Good afternoon, gardeners and fruit lovers. Just wanted to do a quick little introduction video. Thank you for accepting me into the group. I have a few trees I'm trying to grow here in a pretty hard zone to grow them, or so I think. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, name's George. I live here in Hilliard, Florida, right on the Florida-Georgia line. I believe I am in zone 9B. I got about 2 acres here. This is my property here behind me. I got some trees scattered all around back over in that area. I have some citrus, peaches and stuff planted over there. But the main of the crop is here. So let me get this camera turned around and show you what we got. Got a small garden here. First, we'll start with the greenhouse. That's what kept all the trees safe through the winter. We got temperatures down in 26, I think was the lowest, 26 Fahrenheit. I have a small space heater in there connected to an extension cord and a fan. If it gets too hot, the fan turns on. If it gets too cold, the heater turns on. Desired temperature in there was around 60 degrees during the winter. And that's with a fluctuation of about 20 degrees each way. It would get down to 40 and then the heater would kick on, or it would get up to 75 or 80 and the fan would kick on. Small garden I have, actually just planted some seeds for the spring. Now that I believe we're out of the frost danger. So anyway, we'll try to keep it short anyway. As far as trees, I have an Oro Negro avocado there, which is doing beautiful. I purchased this one from Home Depot. It's really healthy. Very nice looking tree. This one is a seedling that I acquired from my mother's house in Jacksonville, Florida, 40 miles south of me. It is a seedling of a hoss, I believe. I will be, it's a 3-year-old tree, but it kept dying back on her every winter. So I took it from her hands. I got it about when it was this tall, and you see it now. The plan with it is to, whatever my avocado variety is for this one, the type A or type B, I believe it's a type B, so I need a type A, or vice versa. Whatever that type is not, this type will be. Once I purchase some scions from down south, and I can graft onto it. Here we have a star fruit, or also known as a carambola. I am originally from Cuba, where tropical fruit grow crazy, and this tree here brought a lot of memories to me back from my childhood. As you can see, these lower branches here had fruit on them already. These all them little twigs you see there had carambola fruit on them. I was able to harvest about 6 of them. All these trees here, before I go any further, were purchased. The mango trees are my oldest, and they were purchased December of 2024. And some of these trees I've bought up to January of 2024. So I haven't had a lot of them for too long. This one was one of the first ones right after the mango. Now, speaking of mangoes, what we're here for, the mango group. These are, and as you can see a fly there on the flower. This is a Valkyrie. A beautiful tree. The only one I think may be able to set some fruit this year. We got some flower panicles coming out there. We got some here as well. And we have this beautiful specimen here with, like I said, a fly on it right there in the center of the screen. Every tip is flushing new flower panicles. These 3 trees here I purchased from Tropical Acres Farms down south. The trees were very affordable. The shipping was what was outrageous. All the tips are trying to produce growth. It's a nice swollen bud here. Here we have a pickering. dwarf variety tree, which was recommended in my area would probably do well. This one and the Julie. The Pickering is not, it's been trying to push, but it hasn't had too much progress. I'm trying to get my phone to focus here. There it is. That's what the buds are looking like at the tips. Here is Julie mango. Tips are also flushing new growth. And this little overachiever, my Namdok Mai, this one I actually purchased from a guy near me who was able to get me some mango trees. I only ordered one just as a tryout. And this is how it came, guys. I mean, the panicles were closed. The flowers have opened since I've had it. I don't know if these are mangoes or what, but I think we're looking at some young fruit here. Some like this one here and this one here as well. Really overachieving little guy. There's another, what I believe a fruit set there in the middle of the screen. Really nice looking little tree. Then I have another mango seedling here from a polyembryonic seed that I grew myself. This tree itself is probably about 5 months, 6 months old. Still flushing new growth. Just flushed these 2 leaves out. One came out a little funky, but the other one looks fine. And it's still pushing there in the middle. Got some plantains here. They did suffer some dieback from the cold weather. I did not protect them, but it looks like they're flushing new green growth, so they'll be okay. I got some sugar cane back in that pot, some lemongrass, 2 pineapple tops, a nice little blueberry bush there, which does have blueberries all over it. Yep, crazy enough to have a coconut tree here on the Florida-Georgia line. I was told it was a dwarf variety of coconut, 10 to 12 feet, and it should produce. Here is my June plum tree. I got it thinking it was a hog plum, which is also common in Cuba. It is in the same family. It does taste the same, or not the same, but very similar. But there is a difference that the hog plum grows from the stalk, from the actual bark, kind of like a Jabota Caba, but the hog plum does not. It just produces at every tip. And they do take a while to ripen. So as you can see, these are pretty good size. And this is, I don't know if it's a mold or what, but it does wash off. But I'm waiting for some of these to ripen so we can really give them a good try. Then also, that is a Mame Sapote. The dog broke it in half with its tail, and I'm working on getting it back. Here's a smaller one. And there's another one here by the mango seedling. They are seedlings, so they will have to be grafted. And then I have a Concord grape here, grapevine, which doesn't look to be doing too well. But I have another tree I purchased that was a twig when I bought it, and it looked like that. And now it's completely different. And then also, just to give you all an overview, I do have a few little farm animals, I guess you could call them. I have pigeons, about 50 pigeons. I have goats, I have chickens. So what I do with the manure, once I clean, I throw it all in here. And this is my compost pile, which I use a pitchfork and kind of spread it around and aerate it, but I have never put any dirt in there. So that's turning out pretty good. All right, y'all give me a second. Let me get to the other side of the yard and I'll show you some more trees I have. And almost forgot my plum tree here. It was covered in white flowers a couple weeks ago. And now, as you can see, almost every tip's got a few little good sized plums on it. Very nice little tree. Just covered in them. And then this is a Ruby Supreme guava. I've had this one for a while as well. This one's actually my oldest tree. I got this one shortly before the mangoes. Here we have a Satsuma tangerine. These are pretty cold tolerant, at least for my zone. So I do have this area of the yard planted in ground. These are all either stone fruits or citrus and other things that I don't have to worry about the very cold temperatures. This is a key lime, which was very bushy and just branches everywhere, so I did cut it back heavily this year. There's key lime, lime quat. And here I have it's a big lemon. I forget what it's called, but it was pretty big. It died back on me, but now it's growing back from the root, so pretty happy about that one. Here we have a Cara navel orange, and it's got covered in blooms and new growth, and even a ladybug. Beautiful little tree. Here we have a banana tree. Just a regular Cavendish banana, I believe is what it is. I purchased 2 apple trees. As you can see, the tips are the buds, or the tips are all ready to burst it open. Got a new growth here on the main stalk. This is a Anna apple. And it needed to have a pollinator, so I purchased a Dorset apple, which they both pollinate each other, I believe. Yep, Dorset, and it's pushing new growth on every tip. This is the tree I was talking about. I purchased as a twig. Literally, the whole tree looked like this. It was just bare, it looked dead. I was told it would come back, and sure enough, springtime comes around and it's got new flush all over. This is a Pakistan pomegranate. Here we have our little overachiever. This is about a 4-foot tree. It is a Florida crest peach tree. And as you can see, we had a lot of flowers. I did some hand pollinating, or tried. I don't know if it was me who caused the success or just the actual tree on its own. But I did grab a brush and kind of hit all the flowers while they were open and touch the middle of the flower, which is the female part. But you got little fruit set all over the place on this little guy. There's another. Definitely the most overachieving branch is this one here. Very nice little fruit set. But anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. Just wanted to show y'all what we got growing here. Zone 9B or 9A, not quite sure right now, but right on the Florida-Georgia line. Small town called Hilliard, Florida. If anybody is nearby, I do not mind networking at all, so get in contact with me, drop a comment, and let's get together, talk some fruit.